What happened to Bergen? At the beginning of part 13, our first Norway video, I stated we spent 12 wonderful nights in Norway and one really bad night. The bad night occurred on June 18th on what was supposed to be our first of 2 nights in Bergen. We had reserved a yacht to stay on for the 2 nights. It was inexpensive, looked and sounded good, and we thought it would be a unique experience. It was a unique experience. When we finally arrived at the yacht, about 11 o'clock, it was very difficult to find. We found out it was also difficult to climb aboard and disembark. When we got on, we quickly found out it was very dirty, had bare electrical wires all over. It was supposed to sleep 6, but really only had room for 1, unless you were very little. It had no shower, and there was no breakfast. It was advertised as yacht with shower and breakfast. The worst part was it was very moldy, and the fragrance was terrible. Along with that, the nice yacht right beside it had a party of 8 to 10 people with loud music until about 1:30 when it started to pour down rain. The rain ran into our yacht. The rain stopped about 4:30. It was light by then. It was only dark from about 11:30 to 4:30. So we decided to leave, as it was definitely not healthy to stay there. Ruth was wondering why I chose such a miserable place, and the only defense I had was because it was cheap and I was stupid. However, when we got home, I had a better defense. The pictures they showed for it were not the same yacht. The yacht they showed was beautiful. Also, it was the first year it was for rent, and there were no TripAdvisory recommendations. Now there were, and they all described it as a terrible or horrible place to stay. Almost all bad experiences have a purpose. The purposes of this were, 1, it made us appreciate all the good places we stayed at even more. 2, it gave us something to laugh about later. 3, no matter how bad a place might be in the future, we can always agree it is better than the yacht. The rest of the story is, as we were walking to the train station, we decided perhaps we should just go to Oslo and skip our time in Bergen. So we did that. We got on a train and went to Oslo. The bad part was we didn't see any of Bergen, but the good part was we did see more of Oslo, which quite possibly may have been more interesting than Bergen would have been anyway. We are now on a train traveling from Bergen to Oslo. We will spend 1 night in Oslo and 1 night at a hotel near the Oslo airport before leaving for a flight to Detroit by way of Paris. So this brings us to the end of our journey. We did not save the best for last. For us, the best is the countryside, not the cities. That is not to say we do not enjoy visiting the cities. Oslo was interesting, but it is not the best of Norway. Norway was probably our favorite country we visited on this trip, especially the Stavanger and Flom areas. Enough talking for a bit, as we listen to my favorite Norwegian singer sing one of my favorite songs, O Shenandoah, which also goes by several other titles. It is an American folk song of unknown origins, of who wrote it or exactly when it was written. It dates to the early 1800s and was a favorite of American and Canadian voyageurs. It also became a favorite of sailors around the world. So let's sit back and enjoy the lovely voice of Cecil.
The next song I learned from an old fisherman in the southern part of Norway. This was a song that he sang every time he was out on his ship, longing home. And it's called Shenandoah.
As we are waiting for our last train ride to the airport, we come to the end of our time in Norway and in Europe. But I have decided to add one more video. So coming next week is a review of the places we went to on our 2024 European travels.